What's going on, YouTube community? It's your boy YfgmBlogTv coming straight out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Now, in this video, I'm going to talk about the Battle of Ohio, Adrien Broner versus Shawn Porter. Now, coming into this fight, of course, I'm a Cincinnati guy. Adrien Broner's a Cincinnati guy. This is another big spotlight fight for him. He's what, 30-1, I believe, and Shawn Porter's like 25-1. So both of these guys was pretty much coming in to try to defeat each other. And like I said, it was a big statement fight, especially for Adrien Broner as he, continued to move up in the boxing world and become a superstar. Now, I've said it, I've been saying it for a long time. I don't think he's a superstar yet, but if he stays focused and just focus on boxing, I think he can become a superstar. Because he has the skills, even though I think he needs to work on a little bit more, but he's not there yet. And I think against Shawn Porter, it pretty much showed that he's not there yet. Now, of course, he was pretty much in the 140 division. I've said he should have stayed there, took a couple more fights, and then, at some point, probably moved up. But he decided to jump up, and I don't know if it's been great for him so far, but we'll just have to see, what's next as far as Adrien Broner. Now, Shawn Porter, this is pretty much was the battle of styles. Shawn Porter, some people say he's reckless. He's like he's like a Mike Tyson type. He comes in, and Adrien Broner more of a tactical type fighter, sort of like Floyd Mayweather. Defense, speed, power. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't think Adrien Broner really had that much power like people think. Um, my thing is with this fight, I just feel like Adrien Broner, he talks so much trash coming into this fight. It's like he had no choice but to try to come out and dominate this fight. Well, he didn't even dominate this fight. He did some good things in this fight, but Porter was just a more aggressor. I think maybe it's because, Broner somewhere in his camp or just some of the things that he do outside of boxing, it affected him in this fight because you can tell just from how this fight was going that this was not a prepared guy like we thought was going to be prepared because for one, he was clinching a lot. He was doing the Floyd Mayweather, clinching a lot, grabbing a lot. At one point, he did some stupid shit. He did a backhand to Porter as his back was turned, and his footwork just didn't look good. He wasn't moving. He wasn't throwing enough punches. He just didn't look right. I don't know if it's because of the lifestyle that he lives, the smoking, the drinking, the partying. He's a young guy, but or either somebody in his camp, the trainers, the people around him. He needs to get into a better environment and better mind frame if he's going to try to become a superstar and continue to win titles and things of that nature. Because it's just not looking too good for him right now. But he just needs to, continue to concentrate on fighting. His work rate to me is like it's just low. But something I noticed in this fight, this fight and the Madonna fight, is that when he's in his normal stance, his feet are wide apart and he's balanced, obviously. But when he's balanced, of course, Adrien Broner, he has power. He can deliver that power. But when someone comes charging in at him like a Porter and a Madonna, he doesn't seem to go laterally. He goes straight back. His feet are really close. His feet are really close. His head is up high with his chin sticking right out. There's just sticking right out there, and his hands are very low. So he's off balance. And he can't deliver that power. And it is easily, and he's of course he get easily hit. When he's fighting like this, it seems like there's no sideways movement at all. Floyd Mayweather, he's the type that he moves sideways and he can stay balanced. Even though he's not Floyd, he's just I don't know, man. He just has a lot of things to work on. You know, I'm not a boxer, but just from watching boxing and just seeing, you know, like a lot of these other great boxers, still has some things to work on. Um, Now this fight, you know, Porter pretty much was just not. I wouldn't say necessarily dominated, but he was just pretty much taking all the rounds. Like I said, Adrien Broner, he took too long to heat up. He tried to wait till like the ninth, 10th round to try to heat up, and it was just too late. I mean, yeah, he got a knockdown, but it wasn't enough. And the only reason why he knocked Porter down is because Porter, he just, whatever the game plan was, because I saw his daddy kind of like yelling at him, even though he won. He left the game plan, and Porter, his style is just different. He comes in aggressive. He was actually running up to him, like trying to intimidate him, trying to let Broner know, I'm coming for you. I'm trying to hurt you, knock you out. Porter, he threw a lot more. Let me check, because I know you guys probably wondering, like, what the hell, why I keep looking at the screen. I actually was just looking at the fight, over it. Adrien Broner, he thrown 309 punches and landed 88. Porter threw 590 punches, landing 149. The percentage, Broner 28%, percentage for Porter 25%. I've always said, if you don't land enough punches, you're not going to win. And I think Broner, towards the end, like, he knew that he lost. That's why when the judge came with the final decision, Broner was not even mad. Now he did say some silly things, but even at the end of the day, Broner, he just, I don't know, man. I don't think he was focused with this fight at all. I don't know if it's the Vegas lifestyle and he's young and, like I said, rapping, doing all this other shit, partying and stuff like that. Now, I don't know, man. It just, and then I was reading a lot of comments, a lot of people saying Adrien Broner, I don't think he's made for network TV. He's too brash, too outspoken, too bold, too vulgar, you know, to everything for the kind of viewers who might, accidentally come across, NBC's boxing programming. But Broner, he's more like for cable, for internet, for short video streaming, cell phones and tablets and shit like that, because he's going to say what he's going to say. Just like at the end of the fight, he said, I'm okay. My kid's okay. I'm financially fine. It's okay. You know, he was getting booed a lot, and then he also said, at the end of the day, everybody in here will take my autograph and take a picture with me. Classic Adrien Broner, but, a lot of people don't like that shit. I don't know what's next for Adrien Broner. You know, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe go back down to 140. I mean, I don't know if he can because of the ranking. I just don't know if he can. Um, Maybe his. I don't know. I don't know. Because the last fight he had on NBC, NBC, it was unimpressive. It wasn't a great win, but he won. But maybe it's time for him to rebuild in the ring and beyond. Get his head right. For the first time, one of Heyman's chosen few have fallen short. He now faces his test yet as boxing's. He just have to get it together, man. So like I said, I don't know what's next for Adrien Broner. Hope for the best for him. But we just have to see. Congrats to Shawn Porter. He came in, fought his type of style, and he won. And he did what he was supposed to do. But Broner, like I said, he just didn't look right. He just did not look right. And I think he knew because he just wasn't throwing. He wasn't throwing combinations. He tried to heat up towards the end, but it was just too late. But anyway, guys, you tell me what you thought about this fight. Comment, subscribe, favorite, like, share. Hit me up on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. And I'm out. Deuces.